So I wasn't really planning on recording anything today, but I feel like someone needs to be talking about what's going on involving Shane Dawson and Raquel Roper, and I feel like other outlets don't tend to want to talk about things that involve the adult industry, and I also feel like it's mostly us, like we're in kind of an echo chamber on Twitter because of shadow bans. I feel like we see each other's stuff, but not a whole lot of other people see our stuff. And I feel like there's a lot of misinformation going around right now involving copyright law and the understanding thereof. And I feel like in our industry, we know copyright law mostly as it pertains to DMCAs and sending those out involving our pirated content. After you've been around for a while and you've recorded enough content, you're probably sending out DMCAs on a regular basis to different sites that are uploading your content either in its, like the whole video or most of the video, maybe some of the beginning and end is cropped out, or maybe your watermark's been cropped out, or maybe it's just the best part where people jack off to it. But it's basically just your video, nothing's really changed as far as context or the meaning of the work. Like nothing's really changed, nothing's really transformative about it. And so that's how we're used to talking about copyright law in the adult industry. We're used to our content getting pirated, sending out DMCAs, and that's it. And we don't really deal very often with things like fair use. What is fair use? I'm going to start by reading a dictionary definition of it. Fair use in U.S. copyright law, the doctrine that brief excerpts of copyright material may, under certain circumstances, be quoted verbatim for purposes such as criticism, news reporting, teaching, and research, without the need for permission from or payment to the copyright holder. So fair use is a good thing. Fair use, it protects people who make parodies and satire. It allows news outlets to comment on events and situations and be able to put it in context and use the original copyrighted material to do so. It's also, commentary and reaction channels on YouTube. A reaction video where it's just you staring at something while the whole thing plays, that's not cool. Like, that's abusing somebody's copyrighted material. But if it's you taking, 5 and 10 second excerpts and reacting to it and giving your opinion on it, it's transformative in nature, and it takes the original copyrighted material and it turns it into something completely different. And that's a good thing. Fair use it's under attack with Article 13. It's scary that it is under attack right now, but fair use is a good thing. It should be protected at all costs. So why am I bringing this up? So yesterday, Shane Dawson, if you've been living under a rock and don't know who Shane Dawson is, he's a huge YouTuber. He has 19 million subscribers on YouTube. He has 7.5 million followers on Twitter. He has over 9 million followers on Instagram. Most recently, he had a docuseries on Jake Paul, which was huge. It was multiple episodes. I think the episode with the least views got 14 million views. The episode with the most at the time I'm recording this has 23 million views. Like, it's huge. And last night, he uploaded for the first time in 3 months, since his docuseries with Jake Paul, a short little teaser trailer for an upcoming conspiracy theory series. That conspiracy theory videos are one of the things he's best known for. And I personally love him. I'm a huge fan of Shane Dawson. I even own Shane Dawson merch. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is in his video, towards the end, he plays this clip.
I know I am.
And in this clip, it's a video from Miss Raquel Roper. She is an adult industry star. She makes all types of videos and different fetish works and dominatrixy stuff, but her face has been augmented a little bit from the original video, which I'm going to show that here. In a little bit, I'm going to show them side by side so you can really compare them. And you see her face has been augmented a little bit, and in The next bit, you then see what appears to be Andrew Sawicki's face on Shane Dawson's head, as if some kind of like face swap technology is being used. Like, definitely better than your basic Snapchat face swap. Like, it looks like really realistic. Like, if you didn't know who Andrew Sawicki and Shane Dawson were and how they're supposed to look, you might not even realize that that is face swapped, but that's what it is. And Ms. Roper's clip appears to have, I think, Selena Gomez's face, like, sort of augmented with her face to be, like, not entirely swapped, but, like, merged. And Ms. Roper does look a little bit like Selena Gomez to begin with. So it's pretty easily passing as Selena Gomez. And I'm assuming that in Shane Dawson's upcoming conspiracy theory series, he's touching on the different, CGI technology that's coming out that can make it look like someone else. That you could, record me and put someone else's face on me and I could do anything and make it look like that other person did it. So I'm assuming that that's what this video is meant to be. And that is transformative from the original video of Ms. Roper's, which I'll link to on my Twitter. I'm not going to link to it on YouTube because YouTube's spam policy does not allow the linking to adult sites. Not sure how that's spam, but that's YouTube's policy. Gotten in trouble for it before. I'm waiting for the final strike to come off my account, so I'm not going to link directly to that, but I'll link to it from my Twitter. And following this, I'm probably going to write a blog article about this whole situation. I just wanted to get a video out as soon as possible. So a lot of people I've been seeing on Twitter who are calling Shane Dawson's use of Raquel's video theft, that she should send him a DMCA notice to have it taken down. I reached out to Raquel Roper on Twitter via DM and let her know that I wanted to make this video about the situation and to get her opinion on it. And she is actually also a fan of Shane Dawson's. She saw this video by watching his videos. She watches his channel. She's a fan of his. And she told me that she's not planning on sending him a copy strike or anything like that. So even though this video is covered under fair use legally this is permitted, YouTube has a very flawed copy strike policy. I'm not going to get into all that. This video is covered under fair use. It is legally allowed. She could copy strike it anyways. If she were to do that and Shane Dawson were to fight it and it were to go to court, she'd probably lose. But she told me that she has no intention of doing that anyways. She's a fan of Shane Dawson's. I'm a fan of Shane Dawson's. The one thing I am having a problem with, and I think she is too, is that she is in no way given credit for this video being her work. And while that might be legal, I don't think it's ethical. I think if you're using someone's work, you should give credit where credit is due. And I get that, they can't link to the original video because it would go against YouTube's policies. And I even get that her Twitter probably has some things on it that are of an adult nature. Shane Dawson does have a young audience. That is something to take into consideration with this. She is an adult video star. Shane Dawson has a lot of minors who watch his videos. He has a pretty young audience, and so linking directly to adult material from his YouTube channel, or even linking to a Twitter that's going to have adult material on it, and I can see why he might not want to do that, but the way I feel about it, he's not criticizing her video. He's not saying it's a bad thing, like news reporting on it. He's just taking it, he's using it, he's transforming what it means, and he's not giving credit to anyone. And I think that that's wrong. I think he should have either given her credit, maybe not directly on YouTube, but even just a Twitter shout out. Linking to her Twitter from his Twitter, or in the description for his video, linking to her Instagram. She has an Instagram with 26.8k followers versus his Instagram has 9.3 million followers. It could have done a lot for her just to have him shout her out shout out her Instagram, to link to her Instagram in the description, to do something. And, you know, Instagram would be something that, while it's still a way for people to get to her adult videos, there's no adult content directly there. And I feel like that would have been like a good middle ground where she would have gotten some publicity. It could eventually result in helping her career, but it would have been a little bit more work for his young audience to get to adult videos. And like, internet has adult videos on there. If kids want to find adult videos, they're going to. You shouldn't link directly to it if you know that children are watching your videos, but you also, this is where I get a little like, if you didn't want to give her credit, you shouldn't have used her video. That's the way I feel about it. Like, you know, she's a small content creator compared to Shane Dawson. Like, she's big in the adult industry, but she's small compared to Shane Dawson. And Shane Dawson started out as a small creator on YouTube. I feel like you should sympathize with what it's like for a small creator more than most. And I'm still a fan of Shane Dawson's. I'm still going to continue to watch his work. I'm really excited for his upcoming conspiracy series. But I'm still disappointed in this, because it is so hard for people in the adult industry, and it gets harder and harder every day with FOSTA and SESTA trying to make us invisible when, like, we still need to make a living. And to see our work used, but to see us as artists not credited for using our work, it's disheartening. A lot. It's really disheartening. Like, you're fans of ours, you like our work, you like it enough to use it to promote your upcoming series, but not enough to give us credit. I hope in the future Shane Dawson does better. I also reached out to Shane Dawson for comment. I didn't get a response, but I didn't wait that long, and kind of not really expecting one, because I DM'd him on Instagram because I know you can't close your Instagram DMs. But I'm sure he gets flooded with thousands of those a day. That's another thing. I saw someone like comment that, like, instead of complaining about this publicly on Twitter, she should have reached out to Shane Dawson. But like, what are the chances Shane Dawson actually seeing it and responding to it? His DMs are closed on Twitter. I didn't even check his YouTube. I should check that to see if he even has a business. Quick little update. I did find an email for Shane Dawson on his YouTube channel, and when I tried to email him to reach out for comment, I got this automated message informing me that the email could not be delivered because his email box is either full or receiving too many messages. I didn't even know Gmail still had file storage limits or inbox limits. I thought Shane Dawson would be the one to break Gmail. But yeah, I'll keep you updated if anything else happens. I expect once the video... One more thing is that, like, this was a teaser trailer. This wasn't a full video. So maybe when the full video comes out, maybe Raquel Roper will get her due credit. And I really hope that she does. That's one thing to keep in mind, is this wasn't a full video. This was a teaser. The teaser had barely anything in the description. It's meant to tease. It's meant to be just a little bit of something to create a buzz, to create a mystery without giving too much away. And I do think that that's something important to keep in mind, is that I'm basing this on a teaser, and when the full video comes out, my opinion might change greatly, and I hope it does. I expect an update on this video, whether you want it or not. I think this is important to talk about, even if my fan base on YouTube maybe doesn't care that much. I care. So that's all I have to say for now.
So, are you ready? I know I am.